Hey everyone, welcome back to another Talk With Maynard Podcast. This week's podcast is called Getting Real, and it's going to be about what it's like living with Duchenne or other major disabilities.
Cody didn't want to make this podcast.
No, I didn't.
I thought it was pretty important, so I talked him into it. A lot of notes about this podcast. I'm gonna start out just go back to when Cody was diagnosed.
Mm-hmm.
We decided then, hey, we're going to take one day at a time. We're not going to really worry about things. We're going to do everything we can to take care of Cody. Get the best medical care, do whatever we have to do. But we're not going to look too far down the road. When Cody was first diagnosed, if doctors said, hey, with this condition, he may not live to be out of his late teens or early 20s, and that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Cody is well ahead of the curve, and I saw an article a couple of days ago about with the medications, with things that are going on,
Living in the 40s.
Living in the 30s and 40s, yes. So that's not so much the case, but back then, if we would have dwelled on it and thought about it, hey, we could have easily gotten bogged down in it.
Especially with as brutal as the doctor was when I was diagnosed.
Yeah, he didn't have real good bedside manner.
He just basically said you're going to be dead by 20, was
yeah,
what I told him.
Yeah, pretty much. But he referred us to some of the best doctors in the country, to one of the best doctors in the country. So for that, we're thankful.
Yes.
But that being said, Cody didn't want to do this podcast because he doesn't. This isn't for pity. It's going to probably sound like it, some of what we're going to talk about, but it's not. Cody's not at all looking for pity.
No.
We always looking at the positive, and people always say, hey, you're an inspiration, all the stuff you put out. Well, let's talk about why he's an inspiration today, and it's getting real. What is it really like day to day, and what are some of those emotions, and
especially now that I'm getting older and see what's going on more and trying to be more independent and, trying to be like and being more adult-like.
Yeah, and, maybe you live with somebody that has a major disability or disease like Cody does, or, maybe you're a healthcare professional and you see this, but I think a lot of people really don't know what a day-to-day is like. You kind of get a little bit of a picture. We see it day to day. Only Cody lives it, but we just want to talk about what are those emotions and what is an actual day to day like for Cody.
And before we get any farther, I just want to say before we get started, Mom and my parents and my sister see it every day, and I think they do. They tell me they understand stuff, but there's some things that even they don't quite see or notice.
I think you have to live it.
You have to actually live it to really know.
And going back to a pity kind of a deal. We're going to talk about what Cody goes through, but this could easily be someone who suffered a major accident and they're paraplegic, quadriplegic, going through cancer, going through some kind of other major medical problem. So it's not just, hey, this is Cody and this is my life. This is Cody, and this applies to a lot of people across the board. So not only for him, but for those people who don't have a voice, maybe, or don't have this platform to tell the story. So we have, like any podcast, notes. We don't script them, but as we think of things, we just write them down. So bear with us. I got an outline, but it's not necessarily in order.
No. Man, I'm gonna have a cough attack in the middle of this podcast.
Oh man, been a little rough here lately. Been a little illness going around and stuff. I guess day to day, when Cody was in about 8th grade, he wound up being in a chair, couldn't walk, and as time's gone on, he can use his arms as well. We've talked about that before. So he really has to rely on us, on me and his mom for pretty much everything. I mean, things that most people just take for granted.
Mm-hmm.
He has to have someone do for him, and put that in context of being a teenager. You're in high school, and then like Cody's 21, being a young adult. When you have to rely on everybody, you don't have that sudden, young adult freedom. We give him as much as he can, but he has to rely on someone for everything.
And one of the things that I've always had trouble with and needing someone's help with, and it's funny, it seems like it's all the time, but even like just using the bathroom is hard for me. I can't be left at home by myself more than 2 hours because I need help using the bathroom, and I can't, like, as far as getting a job and stuff. It's gonna have to be really flexible, and I probably have to work from home, so that's why I'm taking the degree I am, and doing this Project Maynardstang thing because I want to do it, but also am trying to do something, where I can be around people who can help me. I can't just go by myself for over a couple hours because I might have to use the restroom. So that's probably the biggest problem I have, is if we're going to talk about that.
And with this needing that help, and going back to being a teenager, which Cody is not anymore because he's 21, or a young adult. It's a time of new freedom, being on your own. Well, Cody can't really be on his own. Yeah, there's people who are, and you can hire someone to help you. That's extremely expensive. If you have the means to do it, I don't. Maybe healthcare takes care of that somewhat, but there's a lot of that freedom that he just doesn't have. I mean, he's here, and he has to be on someone else's schedule. When he wakes up, he can't just spring out of bed like other people can.
Or I can't lay there as long as I want, like some
or
people can.
Maybe
too.
Can't lay there as long as he wants. It's a day that he doesn't have anything. But hey, I have to go to work, and I get him up and ready. And the buzzing noise is the refrigerator, the refrigerator.
We usually make sure it's unplugged, but anyway.
Yeah, we didn't do it this time. But he can't lay in bed. He has to get up and get dressed because he has to have help with it. At night, try to stay up as long as possible, as long as he would like to.
Mm-hmm.
But even at that, he can't just suddenly turn out the lights. He uses a CPAP machine, or BiPAP machine, at night, and needs help putting that on.
And being 21, I would like to be able to stay up all night long. But I need help putting the BiPAP machine on and stuff, and there's people that need to go to school, and people who need to go to work, and I'm lucky to take mostly online classes, and on days I do have on-campus classes, they ain't real early, but yeah, so I could probably stay up all night, but not everyone else can,
And it's one of my notes here, just looking back over, trying to keep my thoughts straight. It can be kind of harder to have friends, because they can go anytime and do whatever. They can be out there, and not that Cody doesn't have friends, but a lot of your high school friends, they've moved on, and they're living on their own. They've gone to college, or in college, or maybe whatever, and Cody needs a lot of special assistance. Someone in his case does, and so those kind of friends can be difficult, and you can't be out there among them all the time either.
I would say in high school it's a little hard with the friends thing. They I don't know if they're just nervous to be around someone with a disability or what it is, but now that I've become a young adult and stuff, I have more adult friends now. Especially car people. Since high school, I have a lot more friends now that aren't so quick moving, and people are more understanding than people Because, it's just, I was walking and running and stuff, and now wheelchair bound stuff, and they're like, well, what do we do now? Kind of thing.
Some of them just don't, especially growing up, didn't quite understand and know how to adapt with him.
Mm-hmm.
Not they have any, but a lot of them just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Just a simple fact of it. And going back to needing help with everything, think about this. When we say everything, we mean everything, and things that are embarrassing. I mean, if for most people, going to the bathroom, and just put yourself in that situation. You can't do this for yourself. So you have to have someone help you with every aspect, and just not going to go into details. But think about it.
If you have to have help taking a shower, and that's not just help with your face.
Your face,
everything.
That's everything.
You need help with everything.
Everything. You put in the shower, washed from head to toe, and there's a lot of that stuff. It's especially for a young adult. I mean, that can be that's difficult. That really is difficult. Going just eating. You can't just go out to a restaurant because you want to go out to a restaurant. You need to have someone help you, in a lot of cases, feed you.
Mm-hmm.
Here at the house, depending on what we're eating, Cody can feed himself because he has his own table. He can get his arms up here where he doesn't have to move them a lot. But most restaurants, that just doesn't happen. So he has to sit there and get fed by mommy and daddy.
And Chinese food's the worst.
Here
comes the airplane.
The
choo-choo train.
Here comes the rice all over the front of the shirt. That sort of thing. It's that's just how life is. Can't rub your nose. There's just different things, and just anything that's easy for you. This Cody can't do this.
No. I do this. I always get told that it looks goofy, but
tries to rub his nose.
Try to rub my nose on my upper lip.
So, just everyday things, and being. I like to think of it as being a mind stuck in a body.
Yeah.
Cody can think, but he can't get his body to do things he wants him to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, I kind of think that's a good kind of a breaking point.
Yeah.
We're about our halfway point.
Yeah, we're at our halfway point.
And come pick up some different ideas on the other side of the break.
And check out my new commercial that's going to be coming up right now.
Right now, new commercial.
Hey everyone, I'm coming to you from my bed, the Project Maynardstang studio, to tell you that you need to check out my website, projectmaynardstang.com, to see everything about Project Maynardstang and the events that Project Maynardstang will be going to. Also, while you're on the internet, check out the Summary Saturday blog at projectmaynardstang.com/summary-saturday-blog to check out my blog where we talk about places and fight disability inequality. While you're on the internet, go to the Facebook page. On the Facebook page, Project Maynardstang posts anything from quotes to disabilities to cars, so there should be something for everyone to check out there. If you don't like Facebook, you can go to Instagram. You can go to Instagram to see all the same stuff, just in a different way. If you prefer Twitter, you can go to Twitter too, and you will see all the same stuff there. I know, really creative. So, you need to do that, and you need to check it out. Please.
And we are back. Hope you enjoyed the new commercial. You'll see that during the breaks on all the Talk With Maynard podcast from here until maybe Cody decides to make another one.
Yeah.
But expect to see that, and do check out all the social media that Cody listed in there.
Mm-hmm.
First half of the podcast, we talked about what I feel is a very important video. It's getting real. What is it really like? And Of course, we're trying to raise awareness, but hey, what's a day like? And want to pick up here with how it feels, and I see it. And people say Cody's inspiration, and why? Because he's putting this out, and he always seems positive, and mostly he is. But I do know at the same time, it gets you down. It gets him down sometime. He doesn't show it. He doesn't let it much.
Yeah, I don't let it much, but and this is not me feeling sorry for myself, because I really do try to be upbeat. But sometimes you do get that thought, like, why me? Why am I Why am I in this position?
Yeah.
Why is it me? I don't want to be in this position, so why put me in it? And then it just gets downhearting when you sometimes see normal people do normal things that you just can't really do.
And going back to the friends that they, in your teenage years, and even now, hey, I'm going to go out. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. And it's, hey,
it's
can somebody drive me?
Can someone stay there while I'm...
Can somebody stay there? Because I might need to go to the bathroom while I'm there.
I might need you to feed me whenever
Might need you to feed me. That can be hard now. I know sometimes it affects them.
Mm-hmm.
For as much as it doesn't look like it does, there are those times, and it can be hard to stay upbeat. But those moments are pretty few and far between for Cody.
Yeah,
and
really
if you know someone else that's going through something like that, maybe they show it a lot, maybe they don't, but I guarantee there's times it's hard for them as well.
The way I figure it, though, I know there's people who are in a way worse position than I'm in, so that's usually what I think about if I get upset, that I could be in way worse of a position than I'm in right now.
Yep. And, Cody is, I said we took it one day at a time. Well, as Cody's grown up, as he grew up, there were many things that he took part in, and we had to adjust as time went on, but early on, he was in a bowling league. He played baseball as best he could. He was always a little behind others, but he did play baseball. He could connect with the ball every time. Couldn't run much, but he did that.
I batted in a lot of runs.
Batted in a lot of runs. Was in Boy Scouts, and in things he's had to give up as time went on, but always transitioned into something else. I always loved to tell people how he was in band, and all 4 years we went to state, and he marched at AT&T Stadium and Energy Stadium, and every football game he was out there, and he's in a power chair, and it's just amazing to watch, and he did that, and so he's always stayed active with something.
I could have waited till the end to say this, but this Project Maynardstang thing, I think I finally found something permanent I can do, and I enjoy working on it. I hope it'll be my job. I hope when I get out of college, I can spend the time that I've spent going to college and actually use that extra time and put it into Project Maynardstang. I'd like to put in a lot more hours and really make it a job. I mean, it's really what I want to do, I think. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yep. And, that being said, in doing something, we know some other young men, boys were, young men at this point, that pretty much gave up. I mean, Cody could sit in this room in the Project Maynardstang Studios, a.k.a. Cody's bedroom, and play video games all day or lay on the bed and not do anything. We know of some like that, that they've just given up. Now, we know of some others that like Cody and get out there and doing everything possible and going to school and working, but that could very easily be Cody if he just didn't want to do anything at all.
And Project Maynardstang, we found out that one day, I don't just sit in my room all day. I put 30 to 40 hours in a week, probably more sometimes, on Project Maynardstang. And then I do all my college work too on top of that. So I really do stay busy, and I really do have stuff going on, especially now car shows are starting.
Yep. So it could be either way, but we do know those young men that they've just given up, and Cody's never given up. And I think that's whether you have a disability or whether you're just later in life, stay active and stay busy and keep your mind going and do everything that you can do. But Cody did find his passion in helping others and raising awareness, and that's what this is about. Again, not pity for what Cody can't do, but just so to get it out there and say that, hey, this is what it is, and sometimes it's hard, but that's what we're doing to combat it, and always had a passion for cars. So combining the two, that's Project Maynardstang. That's what this is, and there's so many more things that are going to be coming out with Project Maynardstang in the not too distant future.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
There's going to be some new videos coming out to watch for. Some new day in the life videos.
Yeah, day in the life of Duchenne videos. I recorded several day in the life videos, but it was mainly like pictures and video footage from car shows, which there's going to be a lot of that still, but there's going to be a lot of me in my actual life doing things. I'm going to show you what it's like eating, what it's like leading up to going to the bathroom or taking a shower. What else? What else? Swimming.
Yeah.
Just anything.
Just getting help, transportation, going to the store, going to the mall, going maybe to the doctor. Doing schoolwork. It's hey, we're going to show you the new camera. If you're watching the podcast, it's being recorded on Cody's GoPro Hero 5. Cody is now invested in a 360 camera in this case, and we're going to get some really cool video with that. You'll be able to see what he sees, and you'll be able to see him doing a lot of activities.
And I'll be releasing my first A Day in the Life video probably in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully.
We're calling it the 360 pilot.
Yeah, 360 pilot. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's what I'm calling it.
But again, this isn't meant to be a pity party, because it's not. Cody didn't want to make this video because he didn't want pity. He just wants. We're just trying to raise awareness and get the word out there and share some fun stuff and share some important stuff. And so this is what it's really like, having to rely on someone all the time and be on someone's schedule and not being able to do everything for yourself. It is hard, but stay positive. Do everything you can do.
And is that?
Yeah, that's pretty much going to be, I think, everything for today, and we're pretty much up on time, we like to. So time we like to be in. So
make sure that you follow Project Maynardstang on Facebook and Instagram at Project Maynardstang. Make sure you follow Project Maynardstang on Twitter at Project Maynard1. And make sure you follow Project Maynardstang on YouTube by searching Project Maynardstang. And website and stuff was in the commercials, so if you want to go back and watch that. And last thing I would like you to do is to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you can see when I upload. And
on the other social media, share. Please get the word out. We're not just doing this for our own entertainment. We're doing it for a cause and a purpose.
Yes.
So please get the word out. Share with your friends. Do like and share it. And I've been thinking how to end these things, because we have a little bit of a hard time saying goodbye. And I don't know. Just make sure you keep your tires turning. Does that sound funny?
We'll work on it.
We'll work on it.
Yeah.
But until next time.
If you have any recommendations, leave it in the comments on any of my social media. Yeah.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. Before I play the outro to this week's Talk With Maynard podcast, I'd like to list a few more things able-bodied people take for granted. Able-bodied people take for granted not being able to eat a snack and do something else at the same time. You have to stop what you're doing. Not being able to get out of your power chair when you need to sometimes, at home and especially in public places. Having to have someone chauffeur you around everywhere. You cannot drive yourself anywhere. Needing help plugging things into your computer because flash drives are too hard to plug in and external hard drives are too heavy. Needing help paying at the store. You have to have someone help you pay. If you don't, you have to do the embarrassing task of asking the cashier to help you. The last thing that able-bodied people take for granted is having to have your helper/parent walk you into your college class to help you get set up by plugging things into your computer, getting your pencil out, moving desks, etc. That concludes this week's Talk With Maynard podcast.